ke Biafra me. Na meheranyi onuzo ke Biafra me. Meheranyi onuzo ke Biafra me. Tell me what we do, everybody want to kill us. They want to take what belongs to us. Try. We they love our neighbors, so we they love ourselves too. So it is written in the holy book. Try. Na meheranyi biko biko kodo onyolu welu mono aya na meheranyi do onyolu welu mono onyo yo chai chukwu kikele anyị na bogi bia nyela nyako. The time is now. We want to go. Remember your promises. Oh, na me oh, onuzo ke Biafra me. Meheranyi onuzo ke Biafra me. Na meheranyi onuzo ke Biafra me. Meheranyi onuzo ke Biafra me. Ndiro maranyi buruburu anachi wepunda anyị n'ike. Shut up. Oh, they are holding our lead. Mazinambika now is Prime Minister Mazi Simon. We shall rise and defend our land. The land of rising sun is our hope. Yogi bikonu sitende muziki kame iwele yo. Simon Ekpa Njoko. Mundozo gas na sopurugi. Simon Mundozo gana sopurugi. Hey! Welcome, Editagiri Henile. Welcome, Kamwagi. Eminem retire 2014. But Biafra. We are in Biafra. And you know na Biafra. Ndeni gina hana aru. Ndeni no na-eme ihe niile kemgbe. Agara m apụtala kemgbe kama ahụ adịghị nne m. Mụ na nne m anọgide na California ma eburu ya ụlọ ya gakwuru okike ya ma lọghachi n'afọ a. Oke mmadụ enwe m okwu achọkwanụ m kama achọ m ka ị mara na ịbụ Chineke. You are God. You are. Do you understand that? You are God. And the other gods you work with. I don't expect anything in life. I deal with whatever I see as I see it.
Yes.
I didn't think. I didn't put it into perspective, into any type of perspective. Seeing today, and that I am seeing today, I'm experiencing today, Osworum, I am content.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, my Prime Minister, there is no name under the earth that fits you. There is no name. Chineke Brakwala no wede ho. Njoko, onye mwana get close to Njoko ya fokwi biti yaka.
Njoko!
Thank you. So I can continue from there. And
Njoko! Thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you, lovers of freedom. I'm reaching you from the office of the Minister of Information, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. My name is Raphael Chiamaka Jere, and this message is very, very important. Anybody that knows Elias Gerasoulis, please get his attention, because he is constituting nuisance and I need to address him in my capacity. Anybody that knows Elias Gerasoulis, in case you don't know him, he was supposed to be part of the lobbies to the Biafra Republic government in exile, but honestly speaking, the man is constituting a whole lot of nuisance, and we need to curtail him, even though the Prime Minister have sent him a message, and I'm privileged to know the content of that message. I brought this picture out because there are so many pictures we took anyway together, but I brought this particular one out because this one, it really shows him very well. You know, this is he's the one in the middle, the guy we're talking about. I'm sorry for bringing your picture of my brother Ugo. It's just that I needed to get this clear picture where where this guy is properly. I need to address him. There's a tweet from this guy. When I saw this tweet, and I remember that he has a message from the Prime Minister, and yet he made that tweet. We are going to analyze the tweet he made yesterday because it's disturbing. That tweet is what? Disturbing. Seriously disturbing. Let me bring that tweet to you before I will begin to talk to him very, very well. This program may not take time. If there's any link, if there's anyone that, if he is around, he can pick up the link I will post and come up and tell us the reason why he decided to sabotage the leader of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, or the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. The reason he decided to sabotage him, I don't understand. Just for a morsel of meal or for what? I don't understand. Because even somebody that is not educated but understand the pattern of leadership, the hierarchies in leadership, will not behave the way Elias just behaved, and it is a shame. It's a shame, and I need to address it with everything in me tonight. Now, Elias, I know you can see blocked on that post. I have blocked him on my ex since I knew he was no longer lobbying for Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I decided to let go of him. I blocked him on my own discretion, for my own sanity. But yet, I saw this post making round on the X. I decided to bring it up here. Come and see what Elias posted. Elias was signed on under the Biafra Republic Government in Exile by the Prime Minister, the one that introduced him to us. It is Prime Minister Simon Ekpa that introduced Elias to us, and he introduced him as our lobbyist. And then Elias actually gave his own testimony of how he met the prime minister and how he became connected to what we are doing. And then he promised to fight with our prime minister until Biafra is restored. But today, please come here and join me. Put whatever annoyance you have. Maybe some of you might be saying, why are you attacking our lobbies? Some of you that have been deceived to follow them. No problem. But just listen to me and hear me out. By the time I finish reading this particular tweet, you will understand why you must call Elias and ask him to remove the word Brgie from his mouth, either run back to Greece or keep quiet and remain in America. Because the message our PM sent to him on the 31st of December, I'm not going to play that message. He has that message. So if Elias finished listening to me, tell him to go back to the message the prime minister sent to him on the 31st of December. When our prime minister saw all the things he's posting, for him, he doesn't know that everything he's posting on the social media, our prime minister is seeing it. Our prime minister is seeing everything he's posting on the social media. So, in case you think that your conclusion that our prime minister will remain in prison, that it is a lie, and you have been deceived, or you got it all wrong, or you have failed woefully, because I don't know how you will come to the conclusion that the man who employed you, he can no longer function as your leader, and yet you are operating under a man that claims to be acting prime minister. So if somebody is acting prime minister, it means that there is a prime minister that he claimed to be acting on his behalf. So if the prime minister is no longer available, so what the fool that you are operating with today, what he should be doing was to now acclaim to himself the position of prime minister, which he knows he cannot. Because if he does, nobody will listen to him anymore. Ogen Kerry cannot claim the position of prime minister. Neither the stupid, shameless woman in Atlanta, Georgia, she herself cannot claim the position of prime minister. Neither of them, because they know that the prime minister, Simon Ekpa Odogwu, is very much active as the prime minister of Biafra Republic government in exile. So, let me not preempt myself. Let me go straight to the tweet of Elias. If you are watching this program, please make sure you share it, because I want to address something very, very important. A sabotage of the highest order. A sabotage that we cannot pretend we did not see. A sabotage that you must not construe my response to it as a saga. You must not construe or define my response or my reaction to it. You must not define it as a saga, but rather as a very adequate response that is required and that is suitable for this particular action of Elias Gerasoulis. My response, very, very suitable, and I will not take any word back because I am speaking from my office, the Information Ministry of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Now, let's follow this. Listen to what Elias Gerasoulis, this is his Twitter handle. He wrote, Nigeria's so-called Southeast governors and politicians, on behalf of their radical Islamic masters in Abuja, are conspiring with U.S. enemies, from Iran to Venezuela. They want to bring malign foreign influence to the oil-rich strategic Gulf of Guinea. All of these worthless Southeast politicians and governors will soon be replaced. Very fantastic word he has said. Then he said they will soon be replaced by a US-backed independent Biafran administrator. Remember, Elias Gerasoulis was appointed as our lobbyist. That is what may have given him the audacity to actually interfere in the issue that relates to Biafra, to make him show concern to the issues that relates to Biafra. So the reason why he said that US will back the independent Biafran administration. Now he said we should be replaced by a US-backed independent Biafran administration. This thing is distracting me. That their call. I'm canceling it. So he said that. So now listen to this. He says, let me go back again. He said all of these worthless Southeast politicians and governors will soon be replaced by a US-backed independent Biafran administration. The Biafran Republic government in exile, headed by His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere. Can you believe that? He is telling the world that the person that is now in charge or that will replace or that will govern the Biafra area is his partner in crime by the name Ogechukwu Nkere, and he actually referred to him as His Excellency and asked him what is the portfolio of this his partner in crime. The so-called partner in crime has a portfolio they call acting prime minister. Ask this worthless Elias Gerasoulis, who is the prime minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. Is it Ogechukwu Nkere? Is Ogechukwu Nkere the prime minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile? The answer is no. So who is the head of the Biafra Republic government in exile? His name is Simon Ekpa. That's his name. He is the prime minister. Simon Ekpa. He is the commander-in-chief. He is the one in charge. That's the one you are seeing his picture right there. Simon Ekpa. He is the man in charge. Prime minister. You can see him there. Brgie. You look there, you see Brgie. PM. Simon Ekpa. I can show you several pictures of him. PM. Simon Ekpa is the prime minister. If there's anybody that will replace these shameless Southeast governors or politicians, as Elias is saying, Elias should not mention any other person but Simon Ekpa, because Simon Ekpa is the one that employed him as a lobbyist. So is Elias representing Ogechukwu Nkere, or is he representing Simon Ekpa, or is he representing the Biafra Republic government in exile? Who is he representing? For the record, Elias is not supposed to be representing Ogechukwu Nkere, nor Simon Ekpa, but he's supposed to be representing the Biafra Republic government in exile. And the Biafra Republic government in exile have a prime minister who happened to be Simon Ekpa. So if it were a personality, so I am making this particular point because I want him to go back to the message the PM sent to him. PM told you that Biafra is not for any individual. Biafra is not for Simon Ekpa or Ogenkere or me, Van Van Van. Biafra is a government, and the person in charge of that government is Simon Ekpa. He is a prime minister. We have not had an election again. We have not had a replacement for Simon Ekpa. So how will somebody who was appointed by Brgie under the authority of Simon Ekpa be now pushing and calling the name of a rogue individual, pulling the name of a rogue individual in the person of Ogechukwu Nkere? Ogechukwu Nkere is not the prime minister of Biafra Republic government in exile. So for this man, Elias Gerasoulis, to be saying that it will be replaced by Ogechukwu Nkere, he has committed what we call treasonable offense against the Biafran people. Against the Biafran people, and this cannot be overlooked. I want to calm down and ask some questions now. And I will put my link and hope that some Biafrans will come up here and help me to answer. Or maybe some people might have to call me and answer these questions. If you have a president and you have a vice president, or you have a prime minister, and the president is the head of the government, or the prime minister is the head of the government, and the prime minister happened to either be out of town or have an issue to attend to, or probably have a court case with our prime minister. What our prime minister have presently is a court case. His office has not been dissolved. He has a court case, which makes him not to be available. Does the vice president or the person second in command, does he automatically begin to call himself the president? No. He will always call himself what he is, either vice or deputy, whatever you call yourself. But I am using this as an illustration, which if Elias does not retract and delete this post or go and edit it, he should know that we already have saved this post and we're going to use it against him. We will use it against him because the message that Prime Minister sent to him on the 31st of December, the Prime Minister told you categorically that all these posts you make on social media, you should stop it. That if you do not want to represent us again, then you should just go. Just forget about Biafra. If you don't want to lobby for Biafra again, I told you I have that message. But I am telling you exactly the message the Prime Minister sent to Elias on the 31st of December. If you no longer want to lobby for us, just go out of the scene. But for you to be pushing any individual on the social media and telling everybody that so and so individual is so and so, that it is wrong and you should stop it. That's what the Prime Minister told you. And the Prime Minister told you that he has given authority to CRC and his legal team to take action and to do the needful and to make sure that things are going the way it's supposed to go. I have a caller, but I'm not supposed to be taking call already. I'm still addressing this issue, but let me answer this caller. Yeah, hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Please, can you wait for me to call you back? I have to finish buttressing this point. Is that clear? So, now, if Elias Gerasoulis understands what leadership is all about, for example, the president of USA today is Donald J. Trump. His vice president is Vince, Mr. Vince. Mr. Vince cannot be presented as the president or to take the position of the president of the United States. He is just the vice president, as long as Donald Trump is in charge. And let me remind Elias Gerasoulis, the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is still in charge of Brgie. And he is the one that employed you. And for you to come here and say on X, international space, that the Biafra Republic government in exile, headed by, can you tell me when Ogechukwu began to head the Biafra Republic government in exile? Did you guys see what he wrote here? That the Biafra Republic government in exile, headed by Ogechukwu. Jesus Christ. When did Ogechukwu begin to head the Biafra Republic government in exile? When? From what time? Who made him? Even when he was appointed as the acting prime minister, he was not heading the government. And when he was sacked and expelled, he lost everything, even that place of acting on behalf of the prime minister. He lost it. So had it been, he had not even lost that his place of acting. He was never the head of Biafra Republic government in exile. Ogenkere have never headed this government. No other person have headed this government apart from the prime minister, Simon Ekpa. Nobody in Brgie, apart from Simon Ekpa, has the position of the prime minister. And if there's anybody that Elias should be representing here and mentioning in this place by this title of His Excellency, it is Simon Ekpa and not Ogenkere. So if there's any one of you that is following them, and this thing doesn't make you to cringe, or this particular statement by Elias that Biafra Republic government in exile headed by Ogenkere, if it doesn't affect you in any way, that they have taken, he's taking the position of the prime minister, even though the post he has made is a nonsense post on X, because it is worthless, because Ogenkere is not the prime minister. But it gets my attention because Elias was actually supposed to be acting on behalf of Biafra Republic government in exile that is headed by Simon Ekpa. I don't know whether Biafra Republic government in exile is now two. Maybe one is headed by Ogenkere and another one is headed by Ogechukwu. You people should come and help me. I don't understand. He said Biafra Republic government in exile headed by His Excellency Ogechukwu. Do you people remember when I was shouting everywhere on this social media and telling you people that no other person should be called His Excellency apart from our leader Onyenduma Bekano and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa? These two people are the only excellencies we have in our government. When I was saying this, some people probably did not understand. Now, do you people see what I was crying and talking about? Elias have come out openly yesterday and made a post and arrogating the position of the prime minister that you and I know. The prime minister that you and I know is having a court case. Our prime minister is not in limbo. He is not incommunicado. He is having a court case in Finland. He is having what? A court case in Finland. Our prime minister is not an illegitimate prime minister like Nicolas Maduro. Our prime minister was not a kidnapped prime minister like Nicolas Maduro. Our prime minister is not a drug lord like Nicolas Maduro or like Tinubu of Nigeria. Our prime minister is the legitimate prime minister of Biafra Republic government in exile. He is the only head of the Biafra Republic government in exile. Ogechukwu has been sacked as acting prime minister. His position was only to speak on behalf of the prime minister when he had the acting capacity. Now he has no such capacity. And Elias is now acting and working against the prime minister, and this is completely out of order. This is against the law of Biafra Republic government in exile. This is a treasonable offense. And Elias, you must revert immediately. Elias, you must revert immediately for your own good. For your own good. And every one of you that have been deceived, all of you that think that this is a joke, you will come to the knowledge of all these things by the time the true weight of the law comes on you, for you to know that Ogechukwu, using the name Brgie, is acting against the laws of Biafra Republic of exile. And Elias mentioning or arrogating the position of a prime minister to Ogenkere by calling him the head of Biafra Republic of exile is actually a treasonable offense, and it will be dealt with. Do you understand? So the prime minister have given him that message. The reason I came out on live this evening is to let you know that Elias has a message from prime minister to this regard. The message came to him on the 31st of December, and he's actually committed this blunder yesterday, the 4th of January. So to show you that Elias is acting rogue like Ogechukwu. Let me call my caller back, and then if there's anyone that wants to come in, you can come in. If there's anyone that wants to call me, you can call me now. I will attend to your call. First, I will call back this one. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. You will need to speak up. Who am I speaking with? Why were you calling? You need to know that you are live already on air.
I'm away.
Okay.
I'm away. There is Ndewo, my brother.
Ndewo.
We need to learn, because we need to learn a lot of things. That will make a mistake to correct our mistake. I do listen for your program. I listen your program very well. You talk about a lawyer saying that is acting call a leader as excellency. He say you want to do if it is right or if it is wrong. Then I want to correct you a little bit. You see, as Trump is now, Donald Trump now, if Donald Trump leave the office, is locked up now, then they put somebody in that office now. If anybody that go to visit that person they put in office must address that person as excellency.
Hold on. Are you part of Biafra Republic of in exile? Or are you an observer?
I'm a Biafra. I just want to let you to understand what I'm
saying. Wait, hold on. Do you know who the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government is? Do you know his name?
The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile is Mazi Simon Ekpa.
Fine. Did you read what I just did you see what I just read now?
I read what you say.
So I want you to, if you want to ask me a question based on that answer, you want to make a contribution on that, make and tell me, is it proper? Okay, now another question. Hold on. Another question. Who is the head of the government of Biafra Republic government? Who is the head?
Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa was the head.
Did you say it was?
He was the head of the
Goodbye. Goodbye. You see what these ignorant people do? He said Simon Ekpa was. He said Simon Ekpa was. So if Simon Ekpa was, so that means he's no longer. And then the person that must be a prime minister, another prime minister. He is no longer. There must be a prime minister. No, don't call me again. I'm done with you. I don't want to take a call. I don't want to argue with you. If you tell me that Simon Ekpa was the prime minister, I don't have anything to do with you. Should I start making argument with you? Don't call my line again or I'll block you. Should I start making argument with you? No, I won't make argument with you. You've answered my question and I don't need your input anymore. So for you to tell me that Simon Ekpa was the prime minister, then there's no argument. That means you are ignorant. Simon Ekpa was not the prime minister. He is the prime minister. He was not. He is the prime minister. It's just like even when we were in the zoo talking about the zoo government. When Buhari was traveling up and down and Osibanjo was the VP, they were even begging him, give Osibanjo the opportunity. Okay, let me... Yeah. Hello, Mazi.
Hello, Honorable. Hello. Please, I sent you the announcement for today's program.
Okay.
You can share that.
Okay. I will share it. I'm live on the program now. I thought you wanted to contribute on the program. Okay, no problem. I will share it. Okay. All right. Thank you. Ndewa. I will share it. Thank you. Bye. So you see, so that time that Buhari, before he became late, and even after he became late, Osibanjo, they were begging, give Osibanjo time. Then when they now give Osibanjo the space to act, he was still acting as the vice president. You cannot act as the president as long as the president is still alive or still in that position. Look at an ignoramus calling me on the phone, telling me that Simon Ekpa was the prime minister. How else can somebody be ignorant? How else can somebody be deceived? How else can somebody? May God have mercy on you people. Look at very ignorant fool calling me and telling me that Simon Ekpa was. Hey! You people are evil. I take this caller. Hello, my caller. Ndewo.
Mazi, I just want to contribute about this flavor.
Go ahead.
Now Simon, our PM was.
Yes.
Mazi, you know, sometimes don't blame these people. You know why? You know, upon all the nonsense they claim that they went to school in the zoo, they did not read history. You understand? And again, you know, anything that you know in a foreign language, and you do not know that in your own language, you don't know that thing. You understand me? English is confusing those idiots. English is confusing these idiots.
Hey!
You don't know what he's saying. Understand? If you know what he's saying, he will know the meaning of the words. You understand? Our prime minister that is calling us on the on Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Now this fool come out telling us that the mic our being was.
Yeah.
Brother, this is the only thing I wanted to contribute. Okay, their problem is they don't know what the stupid language they are speaking. That's the problem. Just like our leader said that when Biafra come, many people will go back to the school.
Yes.
Many will go back to the school so that they will bring their brain. You know? Mazi, make I allow you to make with the word. Thank you.
Ndewo, thank you so much, Mazi. Thank you so much for calling. You know, our people, look, this thing should get you people angry. If you are not angry, if this thing doesn't even get you angry, I wonder the kind of brain you have. Our prime minister have a court case. Court case, come on. Have I not given people the date for the appeal? The appeal is coming up this year. Even the person you are talking about now that's still claiming APM, that's the highest thing he can claim. The highest thing Ogenkere can claim is APM. And even though he knows he has been sacked, he cannot claim to be PM inside Brgie. It's not possible because we still have PM. How can you, in your mind, that means that person, this last person that called me now, if you are not a Fulani, then you are a Sabo. If you are not a Sabo, then you are an agent of Nigeria. Because I don't believe it that you will call me and tell me that Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was Prime Minister. Like, seriously? Hey! So is that the reason why you people are following these buffoons, destroying what PM have put together? It's not that I am not permitted to play the message that was sent to Elias. Elias have a message from the PM. He has a message from the PM. And that message directed him not to do this thing he just did yesterday. And yet, he went ahead and did it. So are you thinking that PM will not come out or what? No, are you thinking, what is wrong with you people? Eh? Ada, this is really very annoying. These people are just evil. Somebody called me this January telling me that Simon Ekpa was prime minister. Eh? Akobe Oburakoko. That is like Akobe Oburakoko. That Simon Ekpa was prime minister. Somebody say play it, we should hear. Go and meet Elias. Ask him to play it for you. If you ask him to play, meet Elias. Ask him to play it for you. Or maybe you are the one that called now and say that PM was the prime minister. Look, even if there was no message to Elias, this particular thing Elias posted is a treasonable offense. So you don't need to ask me play it because you are a gossiper. All of you, somebody come play it to hear. What do you want to hear? You want to hear what message? The message was not meant for you. The person it was meant for, I'm telling him he knows. He has that message. He has a message from the PM and he knows that the PM warned him. The reason why we chose you is because we want you to represent Biafra in the United States. Represent us and bring our issues to the attention of the US, not for you to go on the public, on social media. The truth is that Elias have no business making any post about Biafra on social media like that. What he should be posting is what is the effect of what he's doing for us in the in America. And a very intelligent Biafran actually responded to them. And let me read that response from an ex-post from another Biafran person. Let me bring that response from another Biafran person. They call themselves Abamake Network. Abamake Network responded. So maybe this is my last caller. You might need to come and see this. You might need to come and see this. So maybe your sense of reasoning might be brought back if you hear another Biafran who is intelligent and is responding to Elias. Okay? Now, this is Abamake Network. 4 hours ago responded. He said, Elias, when you are done dreaming, wake up and smell the coffee we are brewing. You are right about the US supporting a Biafran independent administration, but no one else other than these two will make it possible. No one else other than these two. Look at the two. Who are the two? Mazin Namdekano, the supreme leader, and Simon Ekpa, the prime minister. No one else but these two. He told Elias, just like I told you, a very fantastic message he wrote there, referring to the Igbo politicians. I saw Uzokalo in his picture. Uzokalo was having a handshake with what's his name, Nicolas Maduro, and the other one, Uzodinma, was meeting with the Iranian official. All these ones are the Fulefus politicians we have in Southeast. And he was right. Elias was right when he was saying that US is supporting and that will replace them with independent administration. Like this brother said here, Elias, you are right about the US supporting a Biafran independent administration, but no one else other than these two below. No one else other than these two. These are the only two people that is known by Biafrans as their leaders. No one else other than these two will make it possible. The US knows what's going on more than you do. Somebody who is not even in the US probably is telling Elias that the United States of America knows what is going on more than Elias. Why do you think none of the dozens of senators and reps you have met have come out to acknowledge your meetings nor speak about Biafra? That's a question to him. Elias and Ogenkere, they keep claiming to Biafrans that they have gone to Washington. They snap picture. They have met with this rep. They have met with that rep. Up till today, none of those reps have openly said anything about Biafra. None. None of those reps have openly spoken anything about Biafra in their Congress or in their press. But yet you see them with pictures that they are snapping with these reps, using it to deceive you people that they are doing something. Now you know they are doing nothing. Because if Elias, who knows very well that there is only one prime minister and the true leader also of the Biafran people, which is Nnamdi Kanu, these two are the ones. If you are talking about Biafra, you don't bring them up, then you don't know what you're doing. Then this person is asking him, why do you think none of the dozens of senators and reps you have met, none of them have come out to acknowledge your meetings nor speak about Biafra? They know who is heading the Biafra movement. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Alliance of Biafran Americans. So this person probably is speaking about the alliance. He's speaking from a group called the Alliance of Biafran Americans. Probably from the write-up I see here. So the Alliance of Biafran Americans is calling the attention of Elias Gerasoulis to stop his nonsensical dream of headed by Ogechukwu Nkere. Ogechukwu Nkere is a fraudster. Ogechukwu Nkere has been sacked as acting prime minister. He's no longer acting as a prime minister. He's been sacked. So if Elias knows what is good for him, he will go and retract that post. Go back and listen to the message that was sent to you by the prime minister and stop misbehaving on social media. Because, you know, our prime minister is a very quiet person, doesn't want trouble. But I want you to know, Elias, don't take our prime minister's silence. Don't take it for weakness. His decision that we should not go after any one of you through a suit or through the court or through the law, it is because he wants us to have a very quiet movement while he's sorting himself out in Finland. Because he knows what we can do to actually go after you and Ogenkere. But he doesn't want that. He knows what we can do by going after you and Ngozi Oraboeze and all of you that are trying to sabotage what he's doing. But he's not interested in that. But he's telling you, if you know that you do not want to represent Brgie properly the way you should, then forget about it. Remove Brgie from your mouth. Remove Biafra Republic government in exile. Remove it from your mouth. Because it is obvious now that you are fighting for money. It's obvious now that Elias, you are looking for money. You are fighting for your daily bread. And I am telling you, you will regret every of this action you are taking. Some of these write-ups, let me bring from this Alliance of Biafran Americans, let me bring up some of their posts also. Let me bring some of these posts from this alliance. And then the proper post from them, let me bring it to you right now as I will show it to you very quickly. Let me come. So if there's anybody that wants to call, please, you can call now. Otherwise, I finish this and then I will end it Probably later I will come up with another message from Onyendu. Here, okay. Here is a post from the Alliance of Biafran Americans. You can see it there. Let me. Okay. I think you can see. All right. You see that? Alliance of Biafran Americans. This was a screenshot from their Twitter handle. Elias does not represent Brgie. Elias does not represent Brgie. You should at least read before responding. This fellow is not for Biafra. He has been sacked by the PM, Simon Ekpa. Are you following? Elias has been sacked. He's only here to salvage his 10,000 a month incentive. He and his co-parasites are disgruntled. He and his co-parasites are disgruntled. Now, here is the one I read for you. Now, you can see this one. As I will read. Elias, when you are done dreaming, wake up and smell the coffee we are brewing. You are right about the US supporting a Biafran independent administration, but no one else other than these two will make it possible. Who are these two? I showed you before. The US knows what's going on more than you do. Why do you think none of the dozens of senators and reps you have met has come out to acknowledge your meetings nor speak about Biafra? They know who is heading the Biafra movement. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Elias, keep dreaming. So this one is the post of the Elias. Mazi Chukwumeze. Hello, Mazi. You want to make a contribution? Why not call from the other WhatsApp so that your voice will come out on the computer so that people will hear your voice very well? Let me, the number is one I normally display, but let me send it to you so that you call. Let me send it to you right now so you call. I'll send it to you right away. Yeah. Hold on. This our brother will call back now. Yeah. Hold on, guys. Plus 39 35 100 335 21. Okay. Or maybe if I share your contact on my this thing, I can even call you back. Okay. Let me even call him before he does. Okay. That was very quick. Okay. Very quick. All right, Mazi.
Yeah, and Honorable Van.
Biafrans can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, greetings, Biafrans, Umuchineke, all of you, lovers of freedom. The fact that we keep quiet doesn't mean that we are foolish or stupid or we don't know what is going on. But I just want to come out and say this. And to that so-called lobby, it's called Elias. I want you to know that you have disrespected the Biafran people a whole lot. First of all, I need Biafrans to understand something. Whatever Elias is doing right now, he is doing it outside of the scope of his practice.
Yes.
In the United States, there are certain duties that lobby firm or those who call themselves lobbyists can do. You cannot go beyond a certain scope of practice. Elias have no right to interfere in the affairs of any organization or any government in exile that he is representing. What he can do is only offer suggestion, advice, not to come out and start making pronouncements. In the United States, that's a crime. That is a misconduct. That is outside of his scope of practice. Because what are you as a lobbyist? You are an intermediary between the organization you are representing and the US government, the politicians in Washington. So for Elias to have the effrontery and the guts to come out and be saying all these stupid things he's saying out of his mouth is unacceptable. And he should know that everything he says will be used against him, and he should be ready to take responsibility for whatever things he's saying out there. I've been seeing his shenanigans, all the nonsense, right from the very onset. I know it was never genuine. I saw it in him. But sometimes you just let people play themselves out. This is a coup. This is not even treason. This is a coup. There's a difference between treason and different between coup. This is a coup d'etat. That is what Elias and Azaya Anyogu, the criminal Azaya Anyogu and their cohort, that's what they are doing. But I want to let them know that the game is up. The game is up. But they should be ready to answer for every crime and everything they've done. They will have to come and explain in what part of the law that what they are doing, they have the legitimacy to do what they are doing. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile was elected by the Biafran people. So you cannot spit on the face of the people of Biafra to tell them that you want to plot a coup on their Prime Minister because of he's not around. There's a reason why they have a governing council. The governing council was operating. They created the office of the acting prime minister.
Yes.
But when the acting prime minister is carrying out grave misconduct and is sabotaging the government, the same governing council have the right to kick him out. Because in government, there's a reason why they have separation of power to ensure proper balance, to checkmate one another. And in this aspect, the governing council checkmate the office that they created, that they put this man in. And even if at all there was to be an acting prime minister, Ogechukwu Nkere doesn't fall in nowhere close to the line of succession. With all the forgery and the changing of Brgie documents he's been doing.
But the funny thing is that how does Elias refer to Ogechukwu Nkere as His Excellency and headed? He said the Biafra Republic government is in exile, headed by Ogechukwu Nkere. That is absurd.
Well, he's living in a delusional world, and I'm telling it to him. He's living in a very, very huge delusional world because that doesn't exist. It's not in the Biafran Charter. It's not in the Biafran Constitution. And it doesn't even exist in international law. He is just an agent that is supposed to be making sure that males. Elias, you know this. You said it. You mentioned it. So how come the thing that you said has not turned to the person you are calling an excellency? But we know all of you people are just doing charade. So I'm coming out to call him out, to be very careful. You are hired by the Biafran people, and you have a scope of practice you are supposed to operate under. And that scope of practice is to act as an intermediary between the US government and the Biafran people. Because now I'm even beginning to question if you're actually a lobbyist, because I don't understand how you are behaving this way, so unprofessional.
Very.
Going against your scope of practice. Whatever you are doing with Ogechukwu Nkere is illegitimate. And whatever response, as far as I'm concerned, whatever response that the great man, President Donald Trump, the actions he's taking against Nigeria, you, Ogechukwu Nkere, has nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Nothing.
Because you people has nothing to do with it.
At all.
It is nothing to do with it. All you have been doing is make believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have been doing. People that live in the United States knows how all these things operate. As a US citizen, you can go to that Washington, D.C. and take picture with whatever senator or even represent House of Rep member or congressman that is right there.
Yeah.
Because these are servicemen.
Yeah.
They are servant to the people. So I don't understand how you taking pictures without even hosting any tangible events. Is it the last one you people hosted? That was a charade. That was a charade. But sometimes we keep quiet and let you guys do the nonsense you want to do. Because a time and a day of reckoning is coming. So, to Biafrans, listening to this man, you are wasting your time. The internet is there. Go and research the job of a lobbyist. The boundaries that they cannot cross and where their limitations are. And as a matter of fact, in terms of the money that they are being paid for their service, because any organization or any government in exile using a lobby, you cannot pay that lobbies more than what you are making.
Yeah.
There's a certain percentage that goes to the lobbyist as a form of payment for service. So all these things is there. Go and research it. Go and look it up. The internet is there. Use it and learn. And stop being deceived by these so-called people parading themselves as a so-called God. Ogechukwu Nkere is nowhere close.
At all.
He's nowhere close. He's just an agent.
Mm-hmm.
A resident agent that was supposed to be doing his job by making sure that the Biafran government in exile is in compliance and is acting in accordance to the law of the hosting nation, which is the United States.
Yeah.
But he took that as an opportunity to plot a coup and hijack a government that he should not even be anywhere close to.
Yeah.
So let it sink into your brain, and you people should understand that the Prime Minister remains the Prime Minister. His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoku, and there's a governing council acting on his behalf because the office of the acting Prime Minister has been abolished due to misconduct, sabotage, and also treason against the Prime Minister. But right now, they have moved it from treason to a coup d'etat. So you people should understand that. So that's what I said I should just make that claim. So to Elias, you are just wasting your time and you are living in a delusional world. So wake up from your sleep and stop that nonsense. You are not talking to people who are not educated or people that don't know what it is to follow the rule of law. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your call was very, very much needed. Thank you so very much. So, without further ado, I don't know if there's any other person that wants to call in. You can call in right now and then make your own point, But you know what? The first caller in this program actually made me think. I don't know. Are there people that are thinking and are acting like that first caller? Because somebody called on this program and said that Simon Ekpa was our prime minister. Hey, Chineke Name. what have they given to you people to eat? No, please just tell me that guy that called is the only person that reasoned like that. Now maybe some of you have been deceived by Ogenkere and Ngozi Orabueze. Do you people have that belief system that Simon Ekpa was? Because actually, do you know that Ngozi is painting the picture of Simon Ekpa was? Because there is a post Ngozi Orabueze posted where she was saying that, where she was condemning Uwazurike. And in condemning Uwazurike, she said that Uwazurike's time, that's the way she said it, and that the graduation of the movement have moved from Nnamdi Kanu, from Ojukwu to Nnamdi Kanu, from Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa, from Simon Ekpa to DPM. Now, what I want to ask Ngozi Orabueze and Ogenkere, if you believe that Simon Ekpa was, then quickly change your position from DPM or APM to PM. Why are you still keeping yourself as either DPM or APM? Are you people normal? Are you normal? So if you feel that you have graduated to the position of having the capabilities of being in charge of the government, that is, you have overthrown Simon Ekpa as the prime minister. If he is no longer the PM, it means that somebody have overthrown him. But we know that Simon Ekpa have a governing council. Simon Ekpa has a governing council. And he has CRC, the Conflict Resolution Committee, that are running the affairs of the government as he is out of office attending to his court matters. But these people are acting and deceiving a lot of people, like the last caller. Because that last caller, I want to correct you. I don't want to completely alienate you, but I cannot engage you on the telephone consistently because we'll be making arguments. All you need to do is just listen and receive sense. Because if you come up here and you call and then you are telling me Simon Ekpa was, and then I ask you a question, the simple question I ask you, who is in charge of the government? You say Simon Ekpa was. You say Simon Ekpa is in charge of the government. And I say, who is the prime minister? You now said he was. So there's no need for me to continue to talk to you on the telephone. It was better for me to end the call and then try to see if I can reset your thinking faculty that have completely been swayed out of the right path. Because if anybody is telling you that Simon Ekpa was the prime minister, that means there is a new prime minister. And I ask that person, what is your position? If you ask Ngozi, she will tell you she is DPM. And as DPM, she will tell you that she is the head of Biafra government. How can you be head of Biafra government and be DPM? Does it make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. The head of government is either prime minister or president. So Ngozi Orabueze shouldn't be saying she is DPM if she believes that she is running the show now instead of the PM, that she is the one bringing Biafra. But yet, she's hiding under the shadow of prime minister and committing havoc. Isaiah Anyogo, who has already insulted the prime minister and called him Sabo, is shamelessly hiding under the position of APM and yet claiming that he is the leader of government. Just claiming. Hiding under the APM and yet claiming that he's under Simon Ekpa. These things doesn't make any sense. And I want you to help yourself. Matthew said, forget that caller. He's a distraction. All of them are out of the kingdom and are looking for souls to devour. It is terrible. It is terrible. How can somebody at this stage of this movement, with everything our prime minister have gone through on our behalf, yet you come out and you say, this prime minister was your prime minister? And that's exactly what Ogenkere told them in their group, in the homeland group. He told them, that's your PM. That's your PM. Hey! God forbid. God forbid. God forbid. Please, if there's any of you that have been deceived, please correct yourself. It is not too late for you to correct yourself. It's not too late. And I can see that none of them are telling you to prepare yourself for our encounter that we're going to be having in Finland this year. We're going back to Finland this year, in August precisely. But there are things that we need to do. And I'm calling upon you to make that call. Call me and I'll tell you what we need to do this first quarter of the year. This first quarter of the year, there are things we need to do to make things all right for our PM and for us. There are things we need to do. I know that there have been a lot of distraction. A lot of people have been confused. But brethren, believe me, my life and my soul is on the line for this. I know what I'm telling you. I can't lie to you. I am the only one that can swear with my life and my destiny and everything that, look, I can never lie about whatever I tell you from the PM and for this movement. So for me to even hear that message, to hear the message that was sent to Elias, the message PM sent to Elias, and for Elias to have listened to that message and yet continue. Hey, some people bad though, because when you hear when our PM was not having this court case, when Elias will come on and the PM will give him microphone, the way he talks about PM, the way he will talk like he's ready and willing to defend his PM, and now all of a sudden, it is now anybody that gives you food. Elias, are you so pathetic? Are you so shameless and so pathetic? So you are so hungry to the point of betraying Simon Ekpa. You are so hungry to the point of betraying Simon Ekpa. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. At all, it makes no sense. Why this thing is moving up and down. Look at him. Hey! Makes no sense. Oh, God have mercy. Anyway, I'll leave it here. And I'll see you guys later. If there's no caller, this is actually just the message I brought for us. More updates, I will let you know. Share this video. Make sure it gets to Elias. Tell him to revert on that message he posted for his own good, because he cannot defend it.